it off the one-hand attempt by Scottie Pippen right to his teammate Charles Oakley.
Chicago with 4 straight wins coming in, 11 of the last 12. Nolan Fine looking for help from the outside official, and Hugh Evans says last touch by the Bulls. In that stretch of 11 wins the last 12, the only loss, the surprising defeat to the Cleveland Cavaliers. 6 of the Bulls' 7 defeats have come on the road. The lone home defeat against Miami, and a foul is called. It is on Jordan. That is his first.
Michael right now realizes the Chicago offense is dead. Nothing is happening. He realizes the only way the Bulls can get something going is with their defense. Create some turnovers, create some misses, and go out and get some easy baskets because the half-court offense just isn't there.
And this time, foul called on a block on Rodman.
Well, here's Michael's shot chart in the first half. He made his first 4 field goals, but then going 1 for 9, all jump shots. And to show you how hard the Knicks have been playing and how much more aggressive, they have gotten to the free throw line 16 times to just 9 for Chicago. So Michael has to start going to the hole.
And Ewing got bottled up. Foul is called. Another Chicago foul. It's on Hoffer, who came over to help. The Bulls with their 3rd team foul.
Well, so far, Phil Jackson just sitting back, hoping his team can find their way out of it. But it's clear that the sense of urgency is on the part of the Knicks. Not only because they're playing the world champions, the Chicago Bulls, and all the excitement, but also, more importantly, they want to hold on, the Knicks do, to that 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference and hold their own with the Detroit Pistons and the Miami Heat.
And coming into today, the Knicks 46 and 16. Miami now 45 and 17 of the last 11 games. Detroit beating the Los Angeles Clippers last night. Chicago at 53 and 7. If they can come from behind and win here today, they would go 54 and 7, which would match last season's remarkable run. But not able to get anything going offensively here in the 3rd quarter. Jordan now 5 of 14. Here's Jordan again. Rebounded by Longley. And the foul. Foul committed by Houston.
Well, this tape will not be an instructional one on how to run the triangle offense. There's a forced shot by Michael Jordan, who uncharacteristically passed up an open Ron Harper. Ron showed his disgust on the play, but while the Bulls are missing, this is how they can find what you might call easy baskets. It's hard work to get second shots, but Dennis Rodman doing it most of the time. Luke Longley doing it there.
The Knicks lead is now 13, and some pressure being shown by Chicago. The Knicks are forced to take a timeout. 22nd timeout. Jeff Van Gundy not pleased about the reaction to the pressure. Larry Johnson had difficulty inbounding. Well, we mentioned earlier that today the 1-year anniversary to the day of Jeff Van Gundy's first win as head coach of the Knicks. It's only his 2nd game as head man, and led the Knicks to a blowout of the Bulls here at the Garden. Patrick Ewing 26 points in that game with 14 rebounds. The Knicks with a 104-72 win.
There's Jeff Van Gundy with his Goodfellows collar on.
Are we taking a shot at the apparel of the Knicks head coach?
It was fun talking to Jeff yesterday about what this 1 year has been like for him. He had no idea what he was going to be involved in, and realizes he's made some mistakes, but he's sure he's done an outstanding job with New York.
The tip by Oakley. 11 points for Oakley, and the Knicks lead 60-45. Longley. Jordan sweeping for the rebound, setting up Pippen for 3. And a loose ball foul is called. It's on Rodman. That is his 3rd.
And right now, just New York is much more aggressive, much more active against a good rebounding team. And you just see the feet planted on the floor, the Chicago Bulls reaching for balls instead of going after them. And the Knicks just out hustling Chicago right now.
Allen Houston for three. Rodman's 11th rebound. Houston going chest to chest with Jordan, who's only one of his last 11. Knicks handle him well. Hoffer for three. And a loose ball foul on the Knicks. Push out is called. It is on Ewing. That is his second. And for the Knicks, their third team foul. For the Chicago Bulls, this is game one of a 4-game road trip. They move on to Boston Tuesday, then play at Philadelphia, at New Jersey. Timeout is called with 5 minutes gone by in the third.
Make it a Bud Light. By Oldsmobile and your local Oldsmobile retailers. And by Reebok, where Allen Iverson's the answer, and the question is his shoe.
Well, at the GE building, the New York Rangers going through one of their early practices. That's a joke, Matt.
Thank you.
We were talking earlier about the significance of today's game, matchup of the teams with the best records in the NBA, and we talked about that with John Starks.
I think it's more important to us than to them. You know, we have to be realistic about things. No one's going to catch them as far as getting the best record in the NBA. Our goal is to come in and win and stay ahead of Miami.
Well, you know, the Bulls, every team comes at them very, very hard, no matter who it is. As Luke Longley and Dennis Rodman playing volleyball in there, keeping it alive. So they're used to all the hype surrounding their entrance to a town. But I think the Chicago Bulls would tell you it is special when they come here to Madison Square Garden. This is one of the true rivalries, as Dennis Rodman and Charles Oakley discussing where they may dine after the game.
It will not be together. Dennis Rodman to the free throw line. He's now 3 of 3 at the line. Oakley called on the foul, his third. The Bulls having their difficulties here in the third quarter, only 1 of 8 from the field, and they're trailing by 14.
And this is when the Bulls normally turn up the defensive pressure with a full court trap after a made free throw. And here it is. They're going to try a little three-quarter just to break the rhythm and timing in New York.
And the Knicks have had difficulty with pressure. Toronto Raptors very successful against the Knicks with the trap earlier last week. Quick Ewing. 7 of 9, 18 points.
And Larry Johnson did a nice job of breaking the trap, getting the ball in the middle, keeping his poise, and finding the open Ewing.
Pippen, played by Johnson and played well. Shot clock at 4. And the foul on Johnson. That's his third.
It just doesn't look like Larry Johnson should be able to get out on a quick player like Scottie Pippen, as he does. But he wisely sends Scottie to his left, where he's less effective. He can still go there. And then in an effort to block the shot, which he probably didn't need to do, but that's just a natural reaction after a good defensive play till that point.
And Scottie Pippen, 1 of 3 at the free throw line. He's been hot recently from the field. The last 9 games, averaging 26 a game, shooting just under 60%, but has not been able to get it going this evening. The Knicks